The second movement is scap push-ups. We use this one to build the protraction strength so we can maintain scapular stability while we're doing pressing. So the way you're going to set this one up is in a push-up position, and I like to put my heels on the wall. So I got the balls of the feet down, heels on the wall. From here, I want to pull my shoulders down out of my ears. I'm going to tuck the tailbone so I can hold a tight body line. Now from here, I'm going to let my shoulder blades come together, and then I'm going to reach into the floor through straight arms. So helpful if you can turn your elbow pits forward and keep the elbows, almost exaggerate how locked your elbows are. So you're just pushing from the scapula. And the feeling I like to have is I'm pushing the world away with straight arms. And it's going to be really tempting to kind of round into the back. So try not to change the shape of the spine. We're just reaching, and we can put some tempo on this one as well. So I can put 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, and just really try not to let the shoulders jam up in the ears. And that's the function of the feet on the wall, is if my shoulders come into my ears, my heels are gonna leave the wall and I'm gonna know. So just try to make it a straight up and down movement. This one can be quite challenging if you haven't practiced that protraction strength. So you can always do it from the knees. Same thing, I'm tucking the tailbone, I'm just letting the shoulder blades come together. And then I have a great drill I'll show you on the rack with a band to really get the feeling. If this doesn't make any sense to you, you can try this one and should shed some light on it. And if you're struggling with this movement, this drill can really help. So what we're trying to do is dissociate scapular movement from spinal movement. So a lot of times when we try to protract the scapula, we end up just rounding through the back this way. And we end up all locked up in the upper back, neck tightness, and then shoulder dysfunction. So we want to keep the spine neutral and protract the shoulders. So you can take a band, put it under your arms, nice and high, so it's kind of over your scapula. And then I got 2 pigtails coming out. You can hook your thumbs this way. And if you have a rack or a doorway, anything you get your arms on either side of. So from here, I got my hips, chest, and chin or nose on the rack here. Now from here, I'm going to look to reach my fist forward and stretch this band. And then I can let the band pull my shoulder blades together and then reach. So I'm trying to hold shoulders down out of the ears and pull this way. So I'm trying to do this without my chest leaving the bar. So I come together and reach. And we really want to get that feeling of reaching scapula around the front. And that'll help. Do that a few times. Get that feeling of reaching through the scapula. We're pulling through the scapula, reaching through the scapula. The more we can maintain that scapular stability, the healthier you're going to keep your shoulders. The more room your scapula have to move around the rib cage and the stronger you are, the less likely you're going to injure your shoulders, the more likely you'll be able to train for a long time and get the results you want.